Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. Please subscribe and like the video before continuing. The Young and the Restless spoilers and updates tease ex-lovers Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, and Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, will have an unexpected reunion on the CBS soap. For Noah's part, their relationship, which took place in London, was very traumatic, causing him to leave Genoa City again when he found out Audra had moved there. Noah's side of the story and Audra's explanation, which he didn't believe. Noah's side of the story was that he and Audra were deeply in love and making plans to spend the rest of their lives with each other. And then she just disappeared. No warning, no explanation, no try to work anything out, just one of those terrible absentee dumps. Needless to say, Audra not only broke his heart, she totally broke his trust, as he was badly burned. When he came back home to Genoa City, he encountered Audra, who claimed she left because she had miscarried his child and she couldn't handle it. Noah was sure that she made it all up, and it was a really sick and twisted excuse to make. He went back to London. Noah and his ill-advised married girlfriend Sienna Bacall come to Genoa City. Noah and his ill-advised married girlfriend Sienna Bacall to Marlborough come to Genoa City to get away from her husband and the Newman's enemy, Matt Clark, a.k.a. Mitch Bacall, Roger Howarth. Little does Noah know that Audra knows Sienna and Mitch, and she conned someone out of $500,000 who was a customer of the Shadow Club, Sienna and Mitch's club. Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, has been helping her keep the secret, which has another very dark part to it. They may be covering up a murder. It's only a matter of time before Noah and Audra encounter each other again in Genoa City, and might Sienna be with him at the time? And will that make things even worse? Bad blood boils over in an intense confrontation. It turns out that Sienna is with Noah when they spot Audra with Holden, and Noah is shocked when Sienna recognizes them both and tells her story about the customer. Sienna is just as shocked when Noah tells her his story about Audra in London and how she claimed she miscarried his baby, and her sob story about not being able to handle it. The timelines of when Audra conned the Shadow Club customer and showed up in London are close enough to make it obvious she used that money to go to London. Holden remains calm, but Audra is shocked to see Sienna walking towards her with Noah, and bad blood boils over in an intense confrontation, as Audra is demanded to explain what a $500,000 went in proof that she miscarried Noah's baby. Noah Newman has finally spoken up, and Genoa City is reeling. For months, the story surrounding his breakup with Audra Charles has been told almost entirely through Audra's carefully crafted version, a version that painted her as a heartbroken one, the one blindsided by Noah's sudden exit, the one who simply wanted love while he ran away. But Noah's latest admission has flipped the narrative upside down, raising massive red flags and exposing cracks in Audra's tale that can no longer be ignored. The bombshell came quietly, almost unplanned, when Noah confided in a family member that something Audra has been saying never happened the way she claims. He didn't go into full detail, not yet, but he made it clear that the truth is far more complicated than what Audra has been telling friends, co-workers, and anyone who will listen. And if Noah's version is accurate, then Audra's entire story may be built on foundation of strategic omissions and emotional manipulation. According to Noah, the breakup wasn't impulsive at all. He insists he tried to communicate his concerns, tried to find a healthier path forward, and even tried to protect Audra from fallout that might hurt her career. But while he says he was attempting to pull back slowly and respectfully, Audra was busy shaping herself into the victim before the relationship had even ended. Noah claims that Audra twisted normal disagreements into dramatic betrayals, and that she was already telling selective half-truths to others, making him look like he had abandoned her without explanation. What really shocked Noah's loved ones is the emotional weight behind his words. He didn't sound angry. He sounded tired, like someone who had carried more than people realized. He even hinted at moments where Audra may have exaggerated or reshaped events to stay in control of the narrative. And if that's true, it could explain why Noah has kept quiet for so long. He may have been trying to avoid a public battle or a situation that would push both of them into the gossip spotlight again. But the silence is breaking now, and Genoa City is paying attention. Audra, meanwhile, continues to act as though her story is the only one that matters. She's been confident, vocal, and emotionally persuasive, all traits she uses well in both personal and professional situations. For someone like Audra, Perception is power, and she's been wielding it with precision. But the moment Noah challenged even a small part of her version, things began to unravel. Suddenly the questions have started. Why would she leave out key details? Why didn't she acknowledge the problems Noah tried to address? And why does her story shift slightly depending on who she's talking to? People around her are beginning to notice that some of her claims don't line up with the timeline Noah shared. Even small inconsistencies are raising eyebrows, especially with those who know how skilled Audra is at controlling her image. And if Noah finally decides to lay out everything he experienced, the entire situation could explode into one of the biggest he-said/she said scandals the Newmans have dealt with in years. What comes next will depend entirely on Noah's next move. He's not the type to stir drama for attention, which actually makes his sudden honesty carry more weight. And Audra, now aware that her version is being questioned, may double down, shift tactics, or attempt to regain control through charm, pressure, or carefully chosen emotional responses. It just can't believe her and that sexy what about her Ripley across Genoa City. Inte shy stakes Swinerquist. No Newman finds himself cornered between memories she can shake and daughter Charles' version of Fevens, which seems designated to keep control firmly in her sphere. Noah has been trying to build this life, protect the peace, and stay focused on what matters, but Audra latest revelation hit shim like a freight train. Demo Mencha spoke. Tears shifted, Noah's face hardened. No to no fans alone, but for mad distinct sense of betrayal. Audra isn't new to games. Nor is she new to manipulating narrative as in a ways that thought makes her sound like a Victor G strategist appending in what sarvish your situation best. The Slatter story, it felt to opera perfect, too smooth, too scripted. Noah listened, but every word felt like it was gliding governor landmine she's learned to avoid heck knows Audra's pattern. Build trust, tilt the truth, and then seal firmament with confidence. But the size where everything breaks. Noah refuses, flat out refuses, to accept anything that smells so flies. And Audra's story comes smelling like a trouble. Audra thought her surround powerful people who would give her leap in this conversation. Shemove with precision, careful tone, perfect expression, but Noah saw through it he performance. He could see the retelling was constructed, not remembered. Audra's version clashed with the tale she so refused to erase. And for Noah, that's all that ever matters for Audra. That problem isn't just that Noah disagrees. It's set Henavir losis this scold, focused at Luke unless absolute elicitains being missiled. This moment becomes an emotional standoff. One of Carjo then finished Historian Coisa slept to haunt them. Noah's voice was slow, steady, and devastatingly clear when it told her he didn't buy it. No tone piece and for Audra, the impact was visible. Her carefully stacked confidence wavered. Noah's refusal to accept the story means a big thing. Audra's losing control. Does this the fierce amino amount of charm, reframing, or deep-lit personnel please could pull him back into her track? That Noah walked away from the conversation with a meaningful of questions Sandika Lofsall. Heck knows Audra to this in district, and no mean offended what she's really covering up for Audra. That slip coup to the Rotter fancion. Setups fall apart. Secret scrackapin. Power starts derailing. She can't feel it too. Noah's doubtless the Miss Danger Stonic foreman with no show to see cancers. The stories to that with no Australian may lead to agonizing grievial. A calibrate shifting bombshell. And a possible implosion off whatever connection Thigh twice failed to maintain. On a fact is clear. Audra's explanation didn't just fail. It backfired, and Noah Newman?